Today we will continue chapter number 2 onwards. The topics we will discuss today are synchronous data transmission, asynchronous data transmission, universal serial bus, parity checking. So synchronous data transmission. In synchronous data transmission, data moves in a completely paired approach in the form of chunks or frames. There will be formed a pair of bits in which that consists of two bits or more than two. It may be 4 bits. Synchronization between the source and target is required so that the source knows where the new byte begins, since there are no spaces included between the data. So here are the characteristics of synchronous transmission. There are no spaces between the characters being sent. Timing is provided by modems or other devices at the end of the transmission. Special synchronized characters goes before the data being sent. The synchronization characters are included between chunks of data for timing functions. Asynchronous data transmission. In asynchronous data transmission, data moves in half-paired approach, one byte or a character at a time. Look at this. It consists of a start bit and a stop bit, which also both of the bits are also known as the control bits. The size of the character transmitted is 8 bits with a parity bit added both at the beginning and at the end. So these are also known as the parity bits. Making it a total of 10 bits. It doesn't need a clock for integration as seen in the synchronized transmission. Rather, it utilizes the parity bits to tell the receiver how to translate the data. So here we can see the register that consists of number of bits, including the control bits. Universal serial bus. It is one of the asynchronous serial data transmission method. Now it is frequently used as the standard method for data transfer. Almost all of us are familiar with the USB. It consists of the 4 wires. 2 of the wires are used for the power, one of the wire is used for the power and one is used for the earth or the grounding, and the remaining 2 of the wires are used for data transfer. As you can see, the different colors of the wires are labeled. Red wire is for power, white and green wires are for data transfer, and black wire is for grounding. So while transferring these data, there may be errors. Not exactly the data which we send are sent to the receiver end. There may be the errors. So for to remove that error, there are 4 methods. Number 1 is parity checking. Second one is automatic repeat request. Third one is checksum. Fourth one is echo checking. So number 1 is parity checking. It is one of the methods used to check whether the data has been changed or corrupted during transmission. So look at the register that consists of 8 bits. On the left side of the register, there is an empty bit, which we called as a parity bit, that may be even or odd. A parity bit is allocated before transmission takes place. System that uses even parity have an even number of 1 bits. The number of ones will be even, and the system that uses odd parity have an odd number of 1 bits. So number of 1 will be odd. Look at that example. On the left side of the first register there is an empty bit. Now we have to calculate what are the number of ones, either that is odd or even. So number of ones are even. If this byte is using even parity, then the parity bit needs to be 0, since there is already an even number of 1 bits. So parity bit need to be 0. In the second register you can see there is a 0. If we want to make it odd, then parity bit would be 1.